Welcome back to Wednesday Night Zombie Fever. You're here with Steph, Rach and Bridget on 2BACR 100.9 FM. So, back to casting. Bad casting choices. Oh,
Yep.
Stuff people think is bad casting choices.
Yep. Yeah.
Rachel's got a list of the top 10.
Yes, I do.
So, let us know on
Sorry,
Facebook if you think these are bad decisions or not.
Yeah, let us know if you've seen any of these as well, because some of them are quite old.
Or if you've thought of any others.
But most of these are people who are actually quite well known as well. So they're not just random no-name actors who maybe went on to become quite famous later. Actually, quite well-known actors. So I'll just come up to number 10 now.
That could be why, though, a lot of actors are sort of badly cast, because people have the preconceived idea of who they are.
Yeah, it's like a typecasting kind of thing.
Yeah.
So,
like Ben Affleck.
So one of them that repeatedly comes up is Denise Richards in The World Is Not Enough. So it's a James Bond film. She plays the Bond girl, also a nuclear physicist. So she's not the first Bond girl to play a scientist and things.
No.
In Moonraker, you had Dr. Inappropriate Name. What was her name?
I don't know. I haven't seen...
It was something that you're like,
Somebody's
really?
going to be really
I've
outraged
only
at
seen
this
the-
point, but I've never seen a James Bond movie.
Out. Where's your unacceptable sound? Go and do it.
I can see if I can find it. Hang on.
Because that is unacceptable. And so,
Someone
yeah, some of
message
them...
Steph.
There you go.
Yes, I've never seen a Bond movie. I'm sorry, but I haven't.
Dr. Good something? Dr. Goodnight or something? No, that's not it. It's got a good in it or something. Anyway.
It's Dr.
So they
Feel
always-
Good.
So there's always some... Oh, there's a re-entry joke at the end of that film with that girl. Anyway.
Okay.
So it always looks a little odd when obviously you're casting a model in these roles. Not that, I mean, scientists can't be good looking, not that good looking people cannot be smart, but it really doesn't always fit. I don't think she was that bad in that role, because that was before she was really kind of known as
Charlie Sheen's
Denise
wife?
Richards and that, yeah, before she'd done any of the reality stuff. So
Yeah.
I don't think it was that bad. But a lot of people are extremely critical of
I
her
don't
role in
think-
that film.
They were more critical of her acting than the fact that she was cast in that, from what I have read.
Well, the top others in the top 10 include Keira Knightley in Domino.
I haven't seen Domino,
People
but I
that-
don't like Keira Knightley.
It didn't really fit.
I'm not a huge fan of Keira Knightley either, but that doesn't really fit. Especially, well, she sort of has drifted away, or maybe people just stopped offering her roles like that, because now she's just strictly seen in period pieces, it seems.
Sean Connery.
With those old kind of dresses.
Sean Connery in Highlander.
Highlander.
So he was playing a Spaniard. Some people said he was a little too Scottish.
Highlander was a Japanese... It was an anime, wasn't it? No, wait, it was a movie. It was really bad and then made into a really good anime.
I'm not
believe
familiar
it's
with the
something
movie.
like that. But apparently the anime is really good, and I think there might be 2 Highlander movies, and I think the second one people just pretend never happened. It's one of those movies. It's
Okay.
like, oh no, that doesn't exist.
So, okay, I think I had a fun fact about somebody else on this list. So I was going to type in the 50 Shades of Grey casting again.
Yep.
But what came up, like, pre-set into not so much Google, but our own search thing on the computer was 50 Shades of Grey audiobook.
Oh,
So just,
somebody's been listening to it.
Rachel?
So, no, this isn't my computer. So just when... Yes,
Appropriate.
one of our other presenters has been up to something really unacceptable here.
What?
With what they've been searching for. But anyway, so I'll keep going. William Shatner as a cowboy and an Indian in White Comanche
A cowboy
in
and an Indian.
1968. So this would have been pretty much as he was shooting the original Star Trek series.
A long time ago.
I like William Shatner. He's like one of my favourite people.
Not just ever.
Just ever.
Well, yeah, people just thought that he wasn't really right for that particular role.
Yeah,
I
probably.
can't see if they were making that movie today that they would approach someone like William Shatner.
Yeah, I really like William Shatner. He could be in anything.
I'm just going to throw one in there. I don't know if it's on the list or not. I'll wait until you're done with the list.
Okay.
Yep.
Rachel loves lists.
Because it might be on there.
I do love a good list.
Continue with your list.
Thanks. Katharine Hepburn as a Chinese peasant in Dragon Seed.
Yeah, that's just wrong.
That is completely wrong.
There are a lot of films that have, I think, ethnically controversial casting decisions. They just don't fit.
Old movies, generally, they wanted to cast famous people, and they didn't really care if they were Asians or, whatever. So they just cast them and tried to make them look like that ethnicity. So it was wrong. I've seen a couple of movies like that, and you just have to laugh. We've
got Kevin Costner as Robin Hood in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. People thought it was too American.
I don't really think that's
that movie.
That bad. I mean,
the only Robin Hood I've seen is the one with Errol Flynn, I think, where he laughs a lot. The really old one.
Is that the no, not Men in Tights?
No. That's I've seen that one too. I think it's Errol Flynn. It's really old, and he just stands around and just laughs, puts his hands on his hips, and just like all the time. It's really funny, and everybody should watch that.
I don't have a good memory of the Kevin Costner one. I think I have seen it, but I don't remember how his accent was, so I can't really say.
This is another one that was sort of criticised, basically based on ethnicity as well. Anthony Hopkins,
as
a black guy in The Human Stain.
But did he play a black person, or did they recast that to be like a different character? Because they didn't paint his face or anything.
He plays a Jewish college professor who turns out to be a black guy. I don't know how that works. I don't know whether he's meant to appear white, but then finds out that he has black heritage. But basically, he's meant to be. The character is meant to appear to be a black guy, or with that heritage.
All right. Probably wrong then.
This one as well, John Wayne, ultimate cowboy man, as Genghis Khan in The Conqueror.
Wrong.
Because that's, again, something that it just didn't quite fit.
Yeah.
Another one that people have been criticised more recently, Hayden Christensen as Darth Vader.
Yeah, well, he wasn't really Darth Vader. He was...
Anakin
Skywalker / Darth Vader.
Then he becomes Darth Vader later, but you don't really see Darth Vader.
I think he made an alright Anakin Skywalker because he looked like... he sort of looked like Mark Hamill. Or maybe it was just the hair, but looked like he could be...
Related
to Mark Hamill. Because, they really did have to choose someone... They got to say, okay, look, we need this person who looks like they could be this, large menacing character like Darth Vader. You needed someone to play somebody who's both similar looking to Mark Hamill, who could be related, or to Carrie Fisher, who's Leia. And you need, somebody to have that sort of innocence of before they were Darth Vader. You can't just have somebody step on and go, oh, that guy's evil. Why isn't everybody onto that guy right there?
I think it's the same thing as casting Peter Parker. You don't want someone who is more like Spider-Man. You want a nerd.
Yeah. Which is why I think the Amazing Spider-Man casting was good. Because he was really awkward. And then he was
I guess it's kind of the same as, all of those superheroes. You don't want somebody to look at Clark Kent and go, Superman! Right there, Superman!
Yeah, Clark Kent's a bit weird.
So it's all about the demeanour and everything. But number one, that people keep repeating, and it's not in any particular movie, but Keanu Reeves.
In just everything.
Yeah. I think maybe because it was from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. It's kind of a very specific character, and then when you try to do serious, you're just seeing the Bill and Ted card.
Yeah. Well, the one that I was going to say was Johnny Depp in The Lone Ranger. A lot of people weren't really happy about that.
Yeah, apparently Johnny Depp does have some Native American heritage, though.
Yeah, he keeps saying that, and people still get angry.
Yeah. I haven't seen The Lone Ranger, so I don't know how good or badly he does in that. But
no.
Yeah,
it's meant to be a bit of a comedy, though.
It is meant to be a comedy.
It's not a serious movie.
Not at all. Isn't the guy who plays the Lone Ranger's name Armie Hammer?
Yes.
Yep.
That's a really superhero name.
He was in The Social Network, yes.
Played two guys.
Army.
Played twins.
The Winklevoss twins. I guess the other big casting decision that people really don't like is casting singers as actors. How do you feel? Because I don't really I like to reserve an opinion until I see them. Like, I wouldn't say, I'm not going to see Battlestar, what's it called? Battleship because Rihanna's in it and she's just a bad actor.
I didn't see Battleship because it was a bad movie. Yeah, but we'll just go into the next lot of songs now, and we'll come back with the review of The Maltese Falcon.
Yep, you're listening to 2BACR 100.9 FM.